and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. Where do I go? But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. Yeah. I don't mind the path that I had to walk, and I don't mind all those words that I had to talk, and I don't mind all those flings that I had to fling, and some of those words I spoke I just had to sing. I just had to bring the best that I had to give, and being tested by these blessings that I had to live, changing dressings on the scars that I had within. It's a daily operation, you just gotta grin before it gets too grim and life pins you in. You gotta think like a shark and show your fins, whether alone in the dark or with an audience. Believe you're the hottest commodity since the iPhone lobotomy. You follow me? I'm hoping probably. I'm talking openly and don't know where the road could be. The crosshairs, the red dot, or the poison drip. So take a message from this song, that's all I have to give. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. They leave you in the rain, then hang you out to dry. I wonder how so many people get by. And then one day you wake up and start to realize that anyone you know could be called up at any time. Can't press rewind, can't flip the tape, so might as well not live in the past and dwell on hate. People talk strange shit to get to the gate, and if you know me well, you know I call them doors of fate. I take what I need, but not too much. I never open the door if the handle was hot to the touch. You gotta find an alternate way out of the flames. They want you in the spotlight, they want you just to take the blame. But all the same, it's like a wheel with these fucking hipsters. Instead of more rappers, we could use more active listeners. But I don't mind that a lot of things are actually happening, cause I'm a music slave and this is what I'm coming strapped with. Cause I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain. I don't mind being out in the cold, and I don't mind not knowing where to go. But I mind watching faces in pain, seeing them cold and hungry, left in the rain.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Hello, and welcome to Monday night. Monday, it is February 12th, guys, 2024. The Indoor Farmer, 122 episodes, 122 tonight, guys. We've got a good one planned for you. We've got a lot going on, and it's everything's rearing up for the warmer weather. SteveO and I both do things inside, but the outside is always there as well. So there's a lot going on. A lot of our friends and other growers are ramping up for the season. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So let's get it going, everybody, if you can. What's up, Popeye? What's up, Jess? What's up, Ray? What's up, everybody? If you could, please share us out. Share us with some friends. Share us somewhere that you haven't shared. Share us to somebody who maybe has to eat food or maybe thinks about how to survive in this world today. So that's who the audience is. Everybody, right? The every person in the planet, right? So hit that like button, guys. Share us out, and come on over to Rumble. It looks like we got Eric and Margaret over on the Rumble. 15 Rumblers already hanging out. If you haven't hit the follow button already, please do that over there. And of course, we've got Siir SteveO with us in house.
Hey,
on a Monday night. Hey, I like that shirt.
You like this one, huh? Yeah, this is one of those club shirts that when I was in the club, what are they called again? Grunt style.
Grunts, yeah. I have a couple like it, but I didn't see that club like stuff on the
this
side.
This one's got the flag on it, patriotic. Yeah, it's pretty good company, I think. So how's it been going this week, man? Having a interesting week, and everything going well, I hope.
It has been interesting, actually. Yesterday's game night went like 5 hours.
Oh, wow. It must have been fun then.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I would equate that, but actually, yeah, it was fun. It was actually fun. We actually worked out some things going forward, and every week it seems like we're working some things out, but at the same time, it's actually gotten pretty good. We're pretty good. Hold on now. Hold on.
Oh, whoa. Blow
them away. All right. Well, so
I smell the good stuff.
Yeah. So before we show off what the footage that I have from my grow tonight, let's pull up tonight's guest, SteveO. What do you say? That is literally labeled wrong.
So you got the wrong one on that, right, bro?
It's labeled the wrong one. There's no way I'm gonna find it now. It's all right. He's gonna laugh a good laugh about it. We actually got Jimmy Mead. I don't know why it was labeled wrong, but hey. It is Monday.
What's happening, brother?
Thank you for the awesome intro.
Yeah, well, you know what? I guess while we're talking, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find that son of a bitch.
No, it's fine. It is fine.
But it's not in the long run. I'm going to have to fix this because I got, I have very strict, structure with my files and my folders here, and that is screwing up the works.
You know what's cool? I didn't know this because I haven't been a guest in a while, but I can comment on YouTube right from the comment section.
That's cool. Oh, on the YouTube side. Okay.
It's just it doesn't let me comment from Facebook, but it just says, "Hey, would you want to comment?" And it just says, "Connect your YouTube."
Let's see if this is the right one. Is this the same one? Because there's two. Okay, I found the same one, but now I know which one the right one is.
What's up, Papa? Yeah, I know. He's upstairs growling at Grandpa.
Oh wow! All right. So anyway, this is Ash Grows, you guys. Maybe he needs no introduction, but maybe he does. We are live now. We're live on Kick. We're live on Rumble. We're live on Instagram. We're live on X. Shouts out to my X viewers. I've been growing an audience over there in X. It's very interesting. And we're live on, of course, on YouTube and Facebook. So, we want to shout out our man Ash here to the people that we might be meeting that maybe possibly don't know him, which is, might be rarity, but SteveO and I, we know a few people out there. So, Ash Grows. Guys, Grow Fam, if you don't know who the owner, or I guess the co-owner of Grow Fam is, that would be Ash here. But Ash is he's going to be our third chair tonight, and awesome. A grower expert. Definitely awesome to have him for sure, right, SteveO?
That's right, everybody. Now is your chance to pick the brain of one of the best growers out there. So get your questions in, guys. Get your questions in.
Hey, I really appreciate all the love and the kind words there. Like a lot of you all, I am always learning. I'm still learning when it comes to growing not just cannabis, but all sorts of different plants.
That's
That
right.
was a huge learning curve for me. I've spent a lot of my adult life and career growing cannabis, but I'm always learning from that. And then partway through my career, I've tried to start growing other vegetables as well. So it's definitely always something to learn. And anybody who tells you that they know it all is not genuine.
Right.
A similar learning curve to technology. I tell you, I have a whole folder guest intros, right? I have two of them labeled Ash Grows. One of them says Ash Grows 1. So I'm like, okay, clearly that was a mistake. I checked them both. Neither one of them is you.
I think you downloaded it once, and then it copied it.
Well, when I go back in the program, it saves it. So I use that same one, but I usually change the name at the top. Anyway, you were probably one of my first guests anyway, so it's probably been so long that it got lost in the sauce over here. But either way, it's embarrassing. But hey, if that's the worst thing that happens, we've got bigger fish to fry, especially on this show. We've got pest issues, and we're coming up to that warmer weather, so we're going to be having a lot of moisture issues, especially indoors. Actually, I know you've grown some things inside, but I think did you have a greenhouse, or did you have what did you?
Yeah, I've grown greenhouse, outdoor, indoor. I have 2 deconstructed greenhouses on the property now that we haven't put up yet. It's actually, they're a little too big for us to get a permit on in the new place that we live in, just because of the county. So we're going to probably downsize on the size of our greenhouse. I'll use similar size ventilation. I won't have a foundation. It'll be a pea gravel floor, and it'll be a temporary roof structure. So we won't have it as that kind. But yeah, I've grown indoor, outdoor. We have an indoor growing right now that we're doing third party. So we just kind of manage it and finance it, so to speak. But yeah, outdoor is really our love and our passion.
It's hard to. I've had opportunities like that too. Like plenty of people want you to come work on their farm in their facility, but I really love having stuff at my own home to work on right here. Maybe I'm just getting lazy. I don't know. But yeah.
Ash's dream of a homestead is that it also includes the fruits, vegetables, things of that sort. Didn't you even just plant some trees this year? Some fruit trees?
I saw that.
Yeah, we did. And before we even closed on the property, it was kind of a little risky there, I suppose, because I guess if it didn't work out, we would have had to dig them up. But yeah, that was like the first thing we did, which probably, looking back at it, wasn't the most wise decision. But now that we have it there, we've kind of built our entire plan around it. We've been working really hard at a design, at a vision. So we have conducted an entire plan of what we needed to look like, and we're now making a whole water plan. That's like a really big thing in Colorado. There's a lot of struggles actually that we're going to be facing when it comes to permitting, licensing, water rights, authority rights, agencies, testing for ground, mitigation, furrowing, rain collecting. There's like a lot of things that we're going to have to battle before we can have this as a fully functional homestead.
The rain.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say that excites me, man, because I feel like we should be. Although I don't know, that's a side topic, but there is. I wonder if you think there's any validity to the argument that the more rainwater we capture, it affects the local groundwater and the local ecology and stuff. I don't know if it really does, but
I think it really all depends on how you use it. If your area is so scarce and sparse for water and you're not getting it, the ground absolutely does need it. And there is some there is some truth to what they're doing. However, Colorado has deals with like Las Vegas and California where they're actually trucking out water from Colorado to these deserts and selling it. So it's like you're not taking care of the water that's here and you're selling that water. So if we had done that, it would have been a little bit better for us.
So I would imagine.
Sorry, I'm just addressing Popeye here real quick, SteveO. Brother, we normally just bring on one a third chair grower. We need to just schedule you for next week, man. I think we talked about this once already on the show, so we need to get you on as an individual guest for sure.
That's great, my man.
I'm gonna write.
So I would imagine that you would need a pretty good plan, more like a blueprint for what you have to do. Like you said, you have so many different things that all have to fall in the line. And I suppose it isn't just as simple as a list. It's more like, like a blueprint, a plan, right?
Yeah, there are several sorts of plans that you need, specifically engineered plans. For water, you need augmentation plans. For that, you need water lawyers and engineers who have been doing it for a long time that know that you are kind of utilizing the correct amount of water for your area. We need a lot of ground testing, for soil mitigation. Sure. There's active fusarium that's native in all Colorado soils. People don't really know that. So we have to have a plant rotation plan so as to not plant in the same area too often or the same crops to kind of mitigate that fusarium, and have a ground plan to add certain types of compost and ground amendments to fix the native fusarium that's already there, at least slow it and immobilize it for the time being. That's our goal. So we have a lot of that alpaca stuff that we're utilizing now.
Oh, yeah.
is great. So it's really helping, and actually it's growing native grasses that have been there for so long that have not had a chance to thrive, and they're actually thriving now. So
nice, rather than something else like taking over. I'm going to pull up a picture, but I want to warn you guys. The first two pictures don't have to do with my grow. They're just have to do with what we're going to be smoking on during the musician intermission coming up here in a few minutes. We've got a good friend with coming back for a return play. We've got 18 people over on the Rumble, guys, 17 on the Facebook side. Let's go, guys. Share it out. Tag some friends. But let me show you what I'm about to smoke on here tonight. I don't even know what it's called, but I just for some reason had this picture stuck in there, and I thought I'll just go ahead and show everyone. Why not?
Yeah.
Ooh, shiny.
Oh.
Why not? It looks pretty, right?
That looks CO2 derived rather than butane.
I couldn't even tell you. I'll be honest. I don't remember what it was called, but it's beautiful.
Honestly, most of it is CO2 derived nowadays.
That's not much better for us, but it is better, I think, a little bit, right?
It's one carbon, or it's two carbon links away. Like butane is one away from propane. Our propane is one away from butane, and then CO2.
Ronaldo with the 200 stars, bro. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And while I'm appreciating things, I want to appreciate Jess Rosebud. She also found me on X. Thank you very much. That's what I'm talking about right here. Look, this is her here commenting from X. We got a couple Xers now. Alan and Jess both find me over there. Thank you very much. I think X honestly would be a very, very good place for people to go to, away from the prying eyes of the, eye of Sauron we're stuck under right now. Because X isn't perfect. There's bots there and such. But Elon wants to make it the everything app. I don't know what that means. Is it going to cook me a pot pie or what? But it's supposed to be going to be the everything app coming up soon. I don't know why I'm heating up already, but I'm going to go ahead and do a preemptive one while we're flipping through a couple of pictures for about a few minutes, and then we'll flip through some more after the music. All right, so I got like a random potato. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's this center, this one right here that just pops up out of nowhere. So I'm like babying it. Those are sweet potatoes. They're still growing. Some of them died off. But I've been spraying all of this with the Prime Superior too, and this potato here, it was being affected too, but I actually got it. Looks like I got them under control a little bit. I've been putting worm castings. I've been hitting it with the Prime Superior. SteveO, we tried ladybugs, we tried predatory mites, which they did refund me my money. I could have gotten more.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I mean, look, although it was funny because they had to refund me my Cash App because I used my Cash App card. It went through like 20 times denying. So I got like 20 text messages saying denied. Oh man, someone's hacking in. Someone's getting my shit. I was like, was that really them? Was that really the people that I talked to? Oh man,
I started. You should kill some. Yeah, you should take off some of that foliage. That's spider mite damage, right?
You mean on the sweet potatoes?
Mm-hmm.
There's no better leaves than those. Those are all the same.
Is okay. So, yeah. Well,
I shouldn't have had you on. I guess for
you
that.
know me, man. I'd be like, toss that.
Toss it.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any
around here
potatoes, so I'm just letting it see what happens.
Around here, even when we know something's not going well, we experiment to see if we can either fix it or see how far we can take it and it still stay alive.
How much worse we can get.
Yeah. It's kind of like, let's make the most of the failure as it goes, as the ship is sinking.
Hey, Jay Alties here, buddy. What's up?
So for instance, Ash, a lot of this soil was used soil, and I did not amend it with anything. I didn't cook it or whatever that people do to like make sure there's nothing bad in there. So that's probably that could be where the spider mites came from. Very possible. But at the same time, like I'm planning to make a living bed with more worms just because of the chitinays that I love to talk about now that supposedly will keep most insects away, most baddies anyway. So here's the two good plants that I have left. They're not good, but they are better than the other two. So I decided to put them all four together today. So you're going to see a video of me getting them all put together in the same room so that I can spray them all in the same cycle. Some mint. I did end up cutting a bunch of that off and cleaning it up. All the flowering mint that was going to seed, they call it. If you guys are out there, you don't grow things, they say going to seed. It means like you see this basil right here is starting to go to seed. It's starting to turn into seeds. And there's also some, you see the light damage because it's growing up into that Agrobright. Shouts out to Hydrofarm. Anyway, you got the going to seed over here, but it's also like light burn. So I cut all of this off today. Finally got it down to where nothing's touching the light. So I'm happy about that. You're going to see that here in a minute.
Now that light is adjustable, right? So what do you have it set
2
at?
to 4. I have it at 8. Or I'm sorry, not is it 4 or 8? 4. I think it's 4 or 8 bars. So right now I have it set on full because those two, the two cannabis plants. But I actually may have to switch it back because I took the two plants out. But right now I'm showing you the RO system. I have it wired up, or I guess the hose running into here, so I can just take it off of this little hook I got and then fill up my system that way. I put it in the C clamp. There you go. Oh, it's not. Let's see if I can. There you go. There we go. Flip her over.
Ebb and flow, baby.
Yeah. So that's how I fill it back up. I need some more in there now, actually. But that dish there, since I'm not worried about the good guy bugs in them anymore. There are a few ladybugs still alive, a few, like 6 maybe. But I put that dish back out there to get rid of some of these. There's some look like they're gnats, maybe. I think that's a carrot. Do you think it's a carrot, Ash? I've been eating that thinking it was parsley, but I think I've been growing a carrot in the water, which probably didn't enjoy doing, but the greens were fine. So then I went ahead and transplanted it with its other carrot buddies. I thought it was parsley.
Yeah, honestly, like the leaf structure does kind of look like parsley.
But then when I compare the two, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, the carrot would not like your hydroton in there. Are you reusing your clay pebbles too?
Yes, but I was thinking about that today. I was wondering if you could soak them in alcohol. I wonder if that would be a good way to reuse them, because I wasn't doing that. Maybe not soak them, but like, or maybe peroxide water. Maybe, I don't know, some way to reuse them.
Peroxide.
Yeah, peroxide in water is what I use. But I don't reuse it as that often. Once I'm done using it, it really works really well in your outside garden. So I know you have a couple plants outside. You can aerate your garden beds with it too. It works really well. Works better than perlite does.
That is a good call. Yeah.
And those actually, the clay pebbles can actually hold water to help you retain water in the soil too, right?
100%.
They have, I know for aquaponics, they have the clay pebbles have a lot of surface area, or a lot of little like tiny cracks in them, and that is good for the microbial bacteria to colonize, and that was one of the reasons that people use it. But also because it has minerals in the clay, but it's hard to get those minerals into the water from the clay, right? Wasn't that you talking about that, Ash? Maybe it was on your show. I can't remember. Somebody was talking about clay. Maybe it was the Soil King. Clay is great, but it doesn't absorb. It doesn't. It's hard to get the minerals out.
It can get it from clay pebbles just because it's very like kind of dusty on the surface, and it's very small and active for them. But when in soil, it compacts so much, so it's impossible to reach them like that. Also, something that you mentioned about the microbial, buildup in there, that's something you got to think about when you're directly in water like you are. Waterborne diseases are like the most common killer for your hydroponics, and they'll open up the plant to more diseases along the way. So.
So I wonder, like, I've been sort of gauging by my fish, if I have fished. I haven't seen a dead fish in quite a long time, knock on wood, probably several months. So
they probably do help as a buffer in there for sure.
Well, so just like as a gauge, like if I see a bunch of floating fish, there's something going on, like,
So you're saying they're more likely to get systemic diseases rather than just like malnutrition or things like that. It's more likely that waterborne.
Yeah, you can lose the whole plant, or you will have a very poor yield.
Yeah, cannabis has not done well in aquaponics for me yet. I know people do grow it in aquaponics, but the basil, man, the basil loves it. The basil doesn't seem to care what the pH is. It just says, "Give me more." So I put my worm bin underneath my drying area, and so that just drips off and any extra pieces and such. So then I actually consolidated all this and then added three more. Wait.
Night pie.
I don't see the comments at the moment. What's up, Joda? How you doing, bro? If you're still here, Joda, we need to get you on the show sometime. Have you on as a guest grower would be great. Joda's a local guy in my area.
I know of Joda, right? Grow with the Joda. Is that one?
Probably, yeah. He uses a lot of like Yoda type references on his like pictures and different logos and stuff.
Nice.
I'm just now seeing there he is. Not anymore. Okay. Not anymore. Well, yeah, it's probably moved to something else, but I remember seeing that at one time. Yeah, bro, it would be cool to get you in. Now you're in Missouri. I see. I got you. Moved to Missouri. Now are you moving to Ohio next? I'm kidding. But hurry up. What's the next one? Actually, I wonder what the next one is. Anyone want to take a guess on what the next? So here's a block of cocoa core. Yeah. Shouts out. I want to shout out to Wes Duffy over there at True Healthcare. He gave me this entire case. Just gave it to me. I was in there. He's like, "Yeah, I don't have any use for this. You want this?" Like, yeah. The worms love it. The worms love it.
If you completely hydrate those bricks, I mean, that's a lot of cocoa right now that you got in there. Yeah.
I kind of leave it over the top to sort of kind of cap off the any extra vegetation that I have uncovered.
Blanking it, basically.
Joda says Tennessee or Pennsylvania, he thinks will be the next ones. Interesting. Next license is when they're legalized. Okay. Yeah. I feel like there'll be a rush of a few more. There might be several at once at some point. That'll be interesting. All right, Joda. Heck yeah, man. Whenever you have a moment, let me know, and we'll get you on the schedule. Go ahead, SteveO.
So right now you're just basically picking off any of the dead looking ones or whatever. I mean, they're just flying right now, right?
I was checking it out because for some reason the stink bugs seem to be, or at least I've seen like 2 of them throughout the process of me hanging and washing and drying the basil. I don't know if they don't seem to mind the basil smell. I can tell you that spider mites do not care for basil. They don't touch it for whatever reason, but I mean they might if they had to, I guess. But yeah, it seemed pretty smooth.
Night, Jess.
I'm good.
Good night, Jess. Thank you for finding me over there. Appreciate it. What's up, Katie?
Thanks for all the tagging too, Jess. We appreciate you.
Oh, okay. So we're about 6 minutes past. Let me about 1 minute so this video is over. This piece is over. There's several more pictures and such. I did a bunch of stuff in the other room too, but we're gonna get our music on. And I messed up my dab. I heated it up and then I started talking and forgot, and it's a waste. I gotta wait till the next one.
We'll definitely do that.
Well, we got 4 minutes till 7:10 anyway, so maybe we can
take a nice fat dab, courtesy of the organic outlet.
Your friends from the organic outlet, you guys.
That's right.
Just pregame a little bit.
I mean, you might as well. All right, about 5 seconds here. All right, so yeah, I made more space so that I could add more, hang more. Because that picture you guys saw earlier tonight, that was what was left, still growing on the basil after I cut all of this out. And this doesn't look like much now, but once it starts drying, it shrinks. You know what I'm saying? It was cold out that day. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a little. Okay, looks like he's ready. Oh wait, I don't want to barge in. I want to barge in on him. Looks like he might be maybe playing with.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I see him now. He's playing with his dolls. We're gonna see. I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness!
Right. Here we go, guys.
Full screen.
We got
That's
Bud,
right.
Doctor. He's a doctor now.
I'm Doctor.
Oh,
I'm Doctor.
Sorry,
Dr. Bud Zucker.
Right, not
welcome back.
Playing with your stuffed animals. Are we good? Okay.
All right, here we go.
You remind me of Kung Fu Panda and Spaceballs. The guy from Spaceballs. He's playing with the little guys. He's like, "Oh, Lord Helmet," and he's like, "Told you not to bother me." Okay.
Told you not to bother me.
What's
High
up,
five.
Bud?
What's
What's
up,
happening?
bud?
How's it
Welcome
going?
back to the show, bro. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. It's a brilliant pleasure to be back here and to see all you wonderful people with all of your amazing information. And I love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah, because you got to eat too, right, Bud?
I try to as much as I
Right?
can.
Yeah. So let's jam out, guys.
Let's have a jam. We're going to do a little jamming right now.
2 minutes till 7:10. Cheers, everybody. Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke them if you got them.
Organic outlet.
Well, he makes the medicine and he takes credit when he puts it in the palm of your hand. Gonna go down steady, gonna get my measure. I got credit with the medicine man. Going for the glory, don't you know my story? And I'm doing all the best that I can. Gonna go down steady, gonna get my measure. I got credit with the medicine man. I'm on fire. Said I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Said I'm on fire. These cars driving me homeward. 'Cause I don't drive. These cars running me over. And I don't mind. I don't mind. Going down steady, gonna get my measure, and I'm doing all the best that I can. Gonna go down steady, gonna get my measure. I got credit with the medicine man. Going for the glory, don't you know my story? And I'm doing all the best that I can. Go down steady, gonna get my measure. I got credit with the medicine man. All out credit with the medicine man. All out credit with the medicine man. I'm on fire. Said I'm on fire. Well, I'm on fire. Said I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Said I'm on fire. These cars driving me homeward. 'Cause I don't mind. These cars driving me over. And I don't mind. Oh, baby, I don't mind. No, no. Thank you very much.
Bro, that was good. That was really good. Is that something that is that your song?
That's a song that I reworked from another band called Gomez, which was much slower, but I reworked it to be funk and stuff.
Well, that's
Wow.
either way. It was
That
good.
was fire, man.
So,
Thank you for
yeah.
blessing us. Thank
I
you.
appreciate you. I'm glad
Yeah,
you liked
buddy.
it.
If I had it my vocal range, I would give you a hell yeah in a 80s metal scream right now. Oh yeah.
I almost got it. Hell yeah, guys! Hit those comments and hit those hearts. Show them some love. Hit those fire emojis, guys. Hell
Shit,
yeah.
listen.
I had a question. Oh yeah. So, Bud, I wanted to know, like, what kind of doctor? Like, I figured because I saw the goggles, I just assumed gynecology. I wasn't sure, you know.
That is one of many of the doctorates that I have.
I see multi
Multiple
doctorate. Got
doctorates,
it.
yes.
All
I
right.
started with gynecology and I moved my way up to astrophysics, which amazingly are connected somehow, yet only one of them has teeth in a weird place.
Well, one has ass in it. The other one has, you know.
Black holes.
All right. It's time for dab number 2.
Okie dokie.
Cheers, everybody.
Dab number 2.
Did you dab it? Did you smoke anything before this, Bud?
I've been smoking since I woke up today.
Well, okay.
Good man.
Check.
Hey, Bud, what is your favorite terpene?
Snuffleupagus.
That's right.
I've been studying.
Snuffleupagus, you say?
That's right.
Yes. Next, he's gonna sing "Skinnamarink, dinky dink, skinnamarink doo."
Okay, we're not going to do that.
You know that that gives me an idea, Bud. Maybe we'll work on this later. A song that sounds like a kid show for SteveO and I's intro. We'll do a kid show, but it doesn't have kid show words in it. Anyway,
Absolutely no kid show words.
maybe later.
Come on down to the Wheelery farm. We're gonna show you how to grow some weed, and then you're gonna get stoned and tell your parents you're high.
Got it already. Spot on.
All right. On the spot.
Okie dokie. Here's
Got
a
Boondogger in the house.
ah.
What's up, Boondogger?
He's a good guy.
This is my Dr. Phil theme. We'll be right back.
All Oh.
So is the next one going to be an original song as well?
This is an original Bud Zunga song. You're going to love this.
Yeah.
You're going to love this. This one is called Lovely to Be Lost.
All right.
Out here where the sun is bright, come on, darling, won't you be that sweet sunshine? I got loving, baby, and I got so much for you. It's so lovely to be lost, and you know what I can do. What I would do when my love is away. I sit right down and cry every day. Yeah, so lovely to be lost in your eyes. Darling, don't you know it's true? I got all this love sitting right here for you. And if you can't understand it at the cost, it's so lovely, baby, lovely to be lost. What do I do when my love is down? I do my best to brighten up that sound. So lovely to be lost in your eyes. Yeah. Can you feel it? Let the loving grow. For it's real, baby, don't you ever know? And it seems useless to say goodbye. Just give him one more chance, baby, you can be alright. What do I do when my love is away? I sit right down and cry every day. Yeah, so lovely to be lost in your eyes. Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, here I should be on top of it. Here you go.
I'm a power bottom.
Okay, here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That was called Lovely to Be Lost. It's on an album called Planetary Smoke that I have somewhere out there in the internetery verse somewhere.
You don't know where we can find it?
Right here, right now.
Oh,
I'll
you
share a
have,
link at some point.
do you
I
also
have a Buds. I have two Bud Zunga YouTubes. I have Bud Zunga, and I also have another Bud Zunga. So there's two Buds. BUDDZUNGA. There's also a SoundCloud. There's a Reverb Nation. There is a.
You need a link tree, bro.
Facebook.
Or all my links. You need a.
Yeah.
You know, one link that sends you to a list of all your places.
Of all the things. Oh, well, I do have budzunga.com.
Whoa, you got your own
BUDDZUNGA.com.
website?
I do. I pay for that every couple of years. I pay
did
for
you
that.
forget
Yes.
about that one? Come on.
I did. It doesn't pop into my head. I'm not the business end of this. I'm the power bottom.
Ah,
No.
that's the goggles. That's why the goggles. Never mind. All right. Well, Bud, bro, I really appreciate it. You're welcome to play another one if you got it. Otherwise, you can hang out and watch a show if you want from the comments.
Yeah.
Well, if,
Smoke a fatty.
well, you know, I got one more song that I'd like to play for you all right now. It's
think
not my
it's gonna
song.
be
It's a,
real.
it's a cover song, but it's very near and dear to my heart, and it means a lot to me, and it means a lot to a lot of people out there. And I'd like to play it right now for you if I could.
I feel like that's not a bad idea. Let's do it.
Appreciate.
Drop 'em
them out, let me see them titties. Wanna take a long look at those tick old bitties. Areolas looking nice, nipples looking real pretty. Come on, let me gander at your boobs. Drop them out, let me see them knockers. Wanna take a long look at those big ham hockers. Let's get together while my cocker and let me gander at your boobs. Drop them out and lay them in my lappy. Bounce them around, make an old man happy. Slap them up and lay them in my lappy. Come on, let me kiss them on your boobs. Drop them out, let me see them knockers. Wanna take a long look at those big ham hockers. While I squeeze them together and I play with my cocker. Come on, let me kiss them on your boobs. Drop them out, bounce them up, slap them around. Ooh. Clap with me. Drop them out, let me see them titties. Wanna take a long look at those tig old bitties. Areolas looking nice, nipples looking real pretty. Come on, let me gander at your boobs. Drop them out, let me see them knockers. Wanna take a long look at those big ham hockers. While I squeeze them together, while I play with my cocker. Come on, let me jizz them on your boobs. Thank you very much for having me.
Okay, everything was fine until that last line, bud. That's it. That's it.
Oh my god.
Oh my God!
Thank you for having me. I
No.
gotta go. I gotta go catch a
No.
plane there to
That was
Minnesota.
funny.
Bud, you are always welcome on our show, brother.
Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for having me on. It really is an honor to me. I appreciate
Do you
it.
have a show coming up though in Minnesota?
In Minnesota? Not in Minnesota. Not
Where's
as far
your
as I
show?
know at the moment. I'm sure by tomorrow morning it probably will. No,
got
but the
it
next
right?
show I have is
Oh.
going to be at tomorrow at Jay's Tavern in Binghamton, if you're around that area. And then after that, we're going to be at Nightcap in Johnson City. And
There
then
you go.
after that, there's some other stuff happening. I don't know. But yeah, we're going to be around the area. So again, thank you for having me so much. I appreciate you letting me do this crazy shit. And I love you guys.
Swing low, my man. Have a great one.
I love you too. After that song, I love you even more now.
I love you, brother. Hell yeah.
Peace.
All right. Have a good night, bud.
Peace, Bud. Man, he's a lot of fun, isn't he?
Yeah,
Oh, that last one was a real ring dinger.
that's not disappoint. And I tell you what I loved about Bud the most, and I'll tell you, Bud, while you're still in the backstage, your audio was on point, my friend.
Yeah.
For the musician intermission, I will give you the. You may want to watch it later. I don't know what kind of camera, but you're a little fuzzy. But listen, we loved you. Like you looked like you were in like a time capsule with the goggles on. Maybe he was about to pop up with Brendan Fraser from Blast from the Past. You guys remember that? Anyway, awesome guys. That was a great musician intermission.
Yeah, the acoustics were perfect. Audio was great, but it was
that was one for the book.
Yeah, because we had a band on Thursday, and oh man, having multiple musicians in the same room using Android cell phone trying to capture the audio.
It's tough.
Did not work out too well. No, not at all. All right, so let me, Steve-O, let me finish flipping through the last couple of the ones I have. Before we go to the Ash, like I said, brother, you're welcome to. We know you're busy. I'm glad you hung out for a while. Definitely let me know if you got to go. I'm sure you will, but I was like,
I'm actually gonna take the baby to bed here in a minute. But I appreciate you guys letting me in on that. And
for sure.
But watch this though.
Oh, gotta see you moving the plants for sure.
So I moved them all under the same light. So it's a better light on power. I cleaned out all of the trays. I did a good spray with Prime Superior, which I think I did in the beginning of this. Yeah, I used
finish them out in here.
Say again. Yeah, I don't know. I think I was actually going to bring that up and see what you boys thought. Flipping them to flower, would that be a good, like a positive boost to their growth to bring them sort of back if, say, I have the problem under control? Because I am hitting them with not a normal dose, but a little concentrated dose of the Prime every dark cycle and sometimes twice in the dark cycle. And now that they're all in the same place, it'll be less work for me because I can get them all in one spot. So it's actually doing a good job. if that's the case, we'll just pretend that's the case, so that it's under control. Would you wait until they get sort of more fluffy again, or just flip them and get them the hell out of here? I know what you would do, Ash. You would get rid of them, but
Sure. So you how much vertical space do you have in there? Do you have more vertical space?
I think I can take those lights up another foot or maybe 2.
Because you're gonna really run out of vertical space in that area if you wait too much longer. That's one of the unfortunate parts. I really do hope you have it under control, just because you don't want to have this issue in flower. But the lucky thing is you have this kind of transitionary period of 3 weeks or so, up to 3 weeks, depending on the cultivar, of a period in which you can spray, in which you can kind of get those bugs under control. I wouldn't go too crazy in week 3, but as long as you have it kind of under control and you can really stretch them out in there, because I am kind of worried, to be honest, about your vertical space in that room, because you got to account for a 40% shoot on most cultivars.
So I did actually top a little bit today, and I think there's a video of it here coming up. But I went through and I cleaned them up and I topped them a little bit, and I also I don't know if you we need to get you onto some Prime Superior, because it actually is safe to use all the way through flower. And that's
it is a bactericide, right? I imagine.
It's actually a Bavarian Bassiana. It's actually an inoculant, but it's a mycelial layer that gets coated. I'm probably saying it, butchering it, but SteveO, you might know some of the terminology too. But it's like a layer of mycelium that actually gets created over the plant, but it's also boosting the plant's its own healthy immune system, or it's trying to make its own immune system healthy, I should say. Something to that effect.
So it's a beneficial bacteria that's helping aiding your plant.
Beneficial fungus, isn't it, SteveO, or is it not? Is it a fungus or no?
No, I believe it's a bacteria. It's got a name. Jimmy knows.
Bavarian Bassiana. Is that the name of the bacteria? Okay, I know that name. I just didn't know what it was.
Oh yeah, you got it. You got it right on the.
I know you can spray a lot of things in flower, up until harvest and stuff, but I
don't want
I don't know.
right?
I've always been skeptical.
No.
They say you can spray even green cleaner up until there, but it has, lauryl sulfates in it. It has, and it's just blue. Like, I don't know. I don't even spray green cleaner up until then. I don't even spray my insecticidal soaps up until then. I don't like to spray anything that far to flower, personally.
No, you're right.
Not even water. I don't even like my plants to get wet.
Really? Okay. Yeah, because I guess you got to worry about the mold or powdery mildew, at least inside anyway. Outside I've had it too, but outside it's like they're gonna get wet. But anyway,
at this point, my opinion is you should just go ahead and flip them, because the veg was ugly because of the bugs, and we're either going to flower it and hope that the bugs are under control enough that you'll get a good flower, a decent flower, But
they're not coming back. You're saying they're not gonna make it much further back,
I mean, I would just go ahead and figure out now whether it's going to work or not. Let's flip them. I think
you're right.
You're going to run out of room, like Ash said, for sure. Because I don't think you got 2 feet. You can go up with that light. I think you got maybe 1.5 feet.
Yeah, it's an odd angle there. It's a weird angle, but that light is actually down to my head. So there is like a good foot at least.
Okay.
But that's beside the point. You're still right. I think I need to just flip them. In my head I kept thinking that I needed to make these healthy again, but I think this is probably as good as I'm gonna get, and I need to move forward.
Yeah.
Push them through.
If you notice a significant progress, sometimes plants shake off problems in flower too. If they've been in there for a while, and how long have they been in those containers too? Oh,
that's true. I'd have to, man. I'd be guessing. I need to keep track better in the notebook. I keep coming back to this. It's on my defense.
Wow.
I took these on, SteveO. Remember, I took these on.
Right.
Like I wasn't planning. I wasn't planning to be able to do that at the time. And Asha, these are kind of like SteveO said, we're basically experimenting as I get through this to try to get them as far as I can. And if I do get them to flower, see what happens. It's not that I'm like desperate going, oh man, I got to fix this. I got to keep this, because we want to talk to the grower out there that's new or that's maybe running into problems that they've never run into. You don't want to cling on to it so heavily because you need it that bad that you end up smoking some really unhealthy stuff, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I want to remind everybody that this is just me for content purposes, for me to see what happens out of the whole deal. I may end up smoking some of it. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not condoning that for everybody out there to just like try to limp their plants through to just to get something out of it. Most people, and especially more commercial people, and I think Ash, you might agree, you got to cut your losses the second that you have to, or the second that the cost ratio is past, like, oh, you're going to lose more if you keep these, and that's pretty quick if you see a problem like that. I think is commercially.
And when do mites come? Mites come when you have a very inconsistent watering cycle, and they can come in through different. Yeah. So like when it's too dry, when it dries out too much, and then you kind of compensate by trying to overwater them. That's when you'll see them. Or
and I did not know that until recently. Yeah. Sorry to cut you off, but that is a huge thing I didn't know, and I want to push that hard because I kept thinking I was worried about overwatering because of bugs. I didn't want to overwater, and yes, I was keeping my plants too dry because I thought that was a buffer against a lot of, and it is against some insects that like it more moist, but it is like you got to have that. You can't just. I thought I was tricking the system. Oh well, I'll just keep them on the dry side, Go ahead, Ash. I'm sorry.
And then when you're overcompensating with that, then a lot of times you get the fungus gnats. And the thing about spider mites is they have this uncanny ability to see when you have deficiencies coming, and they see this yellow plant, and they're like, "I'm moving in. I'm going to take over," and they do. And that's when it starts to happen. So just be mindful of that. Have a good watering plan. Do like progressive overload is what I always like to do. If I've got a watering schedule, I like to, account for root development within the container. So I water a little bit more every week. With that, I kind of fertilize, a little more every week too. I taper off during certain times as well, because you need to have that, kind of rev up, rev down kind of situation. But, kind of check your roots, kind of see if you need to do a little root pruning down there too. See if there's any thing affecting your soil too. You might have some bugs down there that you need to address as well.
So I have been amending with the worm castings, but how would I check my roots?
That's a great question. Great question.
How tall is it? How tall is your plant? Can you flip it over and press on the outsides and pull up?
So actually get it out of there. Okay.
Yeah.
What I do is I take the plant like this, and I press the sides.
Hold on. I don't see you actually. Give me 1 second. I don't see you. Okay, go one more time.
Oh, so I'll take my plant and I'll put it upside down into my hand with this stem being like this. And I'll squeeze the outsides and I'll pull the top. Like sometimes if the plant is too large, I'll need a friend, or I'll need a step on something. But you can kind of hug it and get it out. That looks like a 5 gallon, maybe
7 gallons. Those are all 7 gallon pots.
7 gallon,
That's a great question, because a lot of people don't realize that you can just very easily just check your roots.
Well, I've done transplants just like that. And I'm like, that's basically doing a transplant. I'm going to have to add more soil at that point, probably add more. You probably want to keep some some fresh whatever, some good stuff nearby when you do something like that, Ash? Would you say? Because you're
So
going to be
I was looking at Miss Huffman's comment about the mums.
some Ashley. Oh, I see.
I like mums. I like marigolds. That's and they're pretty. Sorry, what were we saying?
She knows stuff and she can spell. Nice.
I can say mums, yeah, because I'll sell it like crystal meth. What?
Here's Bud's YouTube channel, everybody. But Bud, yeah, like we can't. I'm already pretty dry, so I don't know if the two people with that level of dry. He said two. He says tired of dryness.
Just like
from my plants. Yeah, he was talking about my plants. He's a character. So I left it on the screen for a reason. So look over to the right. You see the flag that's hanging. It's just kind of in the middle of the. There's no wall behind that flag. But here's a dilemma I'm having. I know it's a silly thing. But this is one of the reasons holding me up from putting Panda film up and making a wall to the right. On the left, it's the concrete outer wall. I don't know if I should Panda film that wall or not, or just
Panda film all of it. The floor. I would put those up. I mean, now you can't risk the vertical space, but yeah, I put Panda film on everything. And then next time, get yourself a 4x6 or maybe a 4x4 if you've got smaller plants, maybe a couple of 4x4s, and get yourself some little flood trays. For the very least, it keeps your ground clean, and it helps with drainage. You can swap them out, and you can wash that Panda film and put it right back on. But it helps you kind of maximize the light in that area too.
So that white wall isn't. You don't think that's enough? If I was to like clean it and paint it more white, or just
that's fine. You could do them all, but that wall. But why not? If you're
the reason I say that is because I might run out of Panda film with this first roll. I'm going to start on obviously the walls that aren't there yet. I'm going to start there and do all that, and then move over to the concrete. But you're right, the ceiling. I mean, the Panda film's pretty thin. I think I could cover it. I'm going to take the lights down, and I'm going to put it on the ceiling. And then I bought some some white hooks that I can put through the film, and then I'm going to use some silicone, seal it all up. But my hang up though is that shelf unit. I'm like, that's a nice little shelf there, but I can't have that in my grow area unless I use it for grow stuff. And so now I need to take all that stuff off of it, find somewhere else to put it all. And it's a bunch of like house stuff, like a bunch of like spare tiles for the wood floor upstairs. Like there's a paint can of like the white sealer paint. There's just a bunch of like maintenance stuff and some nails and screws. And I'm like, I gotta like, I might be able to just find another shelf for all that stuff. But then do I rip that shelf out, or do I use it in the grow room? And then I got to cut that out in the Panda film. I don't know. It seems like a really silly issue holding me back, but it's like, what do I do with that shelf unit? It's just a wooden. It's not, that whole wall is not very stable. It's just like a crappy like wall that they built into the basement there for this little side room. SteveO, you might know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
flimsy kind of wall.
Yep.
And in fact, let me zoom in and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this wood, you guys can see my mouse, correct? I'm sorry.
That's just drywall.
This white wall here is a piece of plywood, and I'm actually going to cut a hole in it, and then I'm going to put a zipper door, I should say, on the back side of this, and this is going to be the entrance to the grow room once it's all filled in. And behind the camera where we're looking from is a grow tent, which is going to be for veg, and then this room will be for the flower. But there's a 4x6 or 4x8 grow tent behind us here. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to wall that into the room, and that grow tent is actually going to be where the air gets pulled in, and then the air is going to be blown out where people come in and out, and that way it's hopefully keeping more stuff out. I don't know if that's a good plan or not. I need more filtration. I need a bunch of like, really.
You need some air exchange for there too. You need to make sure that that you are ventilating that air that's in there out, and that you're getting new air in there as well.
Yeah, well, so that's what I mean. The tent, the 4x8 tent, it's got vents, and I'm gonna have the vents open with filters over the outside of the vents, like thin filters. Although I guess that's not the best filtration to be pulling air in.
Yeah.
Maybe
All
that should be the
filters-
out.
Filters really are just to they're you get a little bit of air impurities in there, but people really use filters for their neighbors so it doesn't stink.
Right. It's usually for the other, exactly, for the smell coming out. And
Yeah,
like
it's not going to do that. Yeah, it's not going to contaminate you don't have to worry about it for contamination issues. It should just be in there for smell issues.
Well, I definitely want some air cleaning.
If you need an air cleaning, you need a purifier in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
I want some of those. And I'd love to that's the kind of stuff. If you guys are listening out there in my locals community, those are the kind of things I'd love to get up to where we're buying that kind of stuff rather than bongs and rigs. I want to be getting RO water systems for our Super Pro members, or air cleaners and purifiers and things like that. Stuff that you don't have to be a grower to need or to be really get a good use out of. And I'll cheers to that, guys. Cheers.
They do have certain types of filters that like we had a big old standing filter that we have.
Mhm.
And it does help. It really does help with the quality of the air.
Yeah, I have mine on the outside of the tent, and I just have it draw from the top of the tent, so it pulls the hot air and everything from the top, so it doesn't run that long, and it creates that negative pressure to pull the fresh air in from the bottom vents. And it works great as a scrubber to keep the smell out of the house, so.
Yeah, I see quite a bit of. I mean, just from looking at the camera, there's this area does have some pests in it. You can see it through the lens.
That's dust. That's sweeping
dust.
it all up.
When you do this, grow these out to flower completely. Do not introduce any new plants into your tent or under the flowering light until these have flowered out completely, and then throw them out in their entirety, including the soil and the containers.
There's 2 fans blowing all the dust around as I'm sweeping.
Okay. I mean,
there are fires in my aquaponics system, little fungus gnats, but they're getting killed by the prime, so they're keeping down pretty good.
I'm sure to some degree some of that is dust. But looking at that front view too that we got just a moment ago, that's what I would do. I mean, I would just let them go, full flower, make sure they're completely done to your liking, and just throw it away completely.
Right.
Get some bleach and water. Take everything out first, clean all your equipment down, and then come back in. I've got a few different cleaners. I would use some. It's basically
bleach water is not enough, you think?
Bleach water is good, but it's basically peroxidic acid. It's peroxide and vinegar in a stable form, right? And there's a brand name for it. I'll send you a link. It's great stuff. Bleach and water is good too.
Vinegar is great. Yeah.
Starting over would be your best bet. And
well, that's why I want the walls up.
Clean the vents, clean everything.
Yeah. Well, that's why I want the walls up, so I can spray, so I can get the plants out and just really go ham on sanitizing an area. Right now, I'm still in an open, exposed space, So what would you do there? Okay, it's probably a good idea to maybe clean as much as I can, lightly at least, the concrete and the walls before I put the Panda film up, maybe, but not as much as I would once that Panda film's up. And I just I have a whole sprayer that's going to be devoted to bleach water that I can just spray everywhere. So
Man, this is going to be a multi-step process. You're going to want to spray it and then clean it and then come back in a couple, a day maybe or 2 days, do it again, spray it and clean it, and then come back in another couple days and spray it and clean it. And within that time and within that process, not a single plant enters that room.
you mean once I put up the film, or even before that?
You're cleaning every day. Like, you clean it once and then you come back in a day or two and then you clean it again. And then you come back in another day or two and then you clean it again. And then you come back in another day or two and then you do a very deep inspection. You get a dope scope times 40x. You get one that has 20x to 100x. And then you look in areas in which you've seen pests before. You have to scope them out. The scope is the only way you're going to see anything. And even then you're not going to see them. And then until only then, in the meantime, you would have black bagged all these containers and they're in the dumpster. They're gone. They've been gone for quite a long time. They're in none of your areas. You have a set pair of clothing that you designate to this grow room in this environment that never leaves that area. It gets washed and it gets brought back to the grow room, and that's it. It doesn't get worn outside. It doesn't go to the nursery. It doesn't go to the grocery store. It doesn't go to any of that. These shoes do too. You wear booties in there if you have to.
Yeah, I want to get like a full-on zip-up, jumpsuit type thing.
I just have one set of clothes that I just wear into the garden. That's it. Just one set of clothes, one set of shoes. If I don't, then I got these little set of booties, 1,000 pack of booties. You can get them on Amazon. They're super cheap. And you can go into your grow room just like that. If you got a beard, sometimes they'll make you wear a face mask and they'll make you put it on your beard and loop it around your ears like that. That's a little excessive. It's just, but if you're going into all these places, especially if you're an indoor farmer and you're seeing other outlets, you're seeing other farmers markets, you're seeing other grow stores, you're walking into these grow stores and you are filming them. And grow stores are a gateway for bugs because they sit in these places for so long and you just track them in from these places. So when you come home from these grow stores, you have to change. You have to change when you're getting clones. You have to isolate your plants. You can't bring anything new into there. You have to don't take this the wrong way, Waylon. You have to take this very seriously. You have to really take pest control very seriously. It's called integrated pest management, and you have to have different protocols. You have to have different methods of sprays that you use in your grow environment. And it's not just what you put on your plants and what you spray. It's what you're spraying on the outside of your environment. It's what you're spraying and doing before you come into the environment. It's all about being proactive.
Okay, and I agree with everything you said. But can I tell you what I don't like?
Okay.
This is what I envision, and I don't know why it's not possible. It bothers me. Is that why can't we figure out a way to have a much more natural sort of like this room here, but maybe I find the right pests. Maybe I get praying mantises. Maybe I get some nematodes. Maybe I have. Maybe I really go the gambit. Why is it that I have to be more? Why I have to be more like Dexter's Laboratory and less like
Because Waylon, this is a reactive approach. This is reactive, right?
Right after the fact. Okay.
You don't need to be reactive. You need to be proactive. So starting with.
No, I don't mean that. I don't mean to be reactive either. I don't mean what I'm doing. I'm not saying what I'm doing now is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these people that know so much about like maybe like all the natural things, like keep it organic, but like you said, the sprays like essential oils and all the good guy bugs and everything, like in such a way that you don't have to be so chemically about the way, like the cleanup. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's what bothers me. So
yeah, well, see, the thing is they have an environment in which they can thrive in. The pests do because of the cleanliness, because you're reusing a lot of the substrates.
Well, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah, they're winning because they have the environment. And even if you introduce the beneficial bacteria, the beneficials in there, it's not their native zone. these bad guys have made it their Vietnam, right? And they know the jungle warfare, if you know what I mean. So like you're not gonna defeat them unless you come in with the big guns, so to speak. And then
okay, but say I do that. Say like
Yeah.
we're talking a square one sanitary environment. From then on, and I'm not saying even my house is going to be possible. I might still have to battle this, sort of it might be a thing that I constantly am like looking over my shoulder. But I'm talking like theoretically a brand new building. Um, do you think it's possible to have more of a sort of open kind of like sort of jungle atmosphere in there? There's birds flying around. You got, your pet monkey over here. Like, or is it always going to be, I got to have booties on? I got to have certain like, or is there a way, do you think, and I know I'm being sort of pie in the sky here, but is it maybe like greenhouses, which are like sort of not sealed? They're a lot more like open, a lot, there's more outside coming in and,
Oh, they exist. Yeah, you're explaining like a greenhouse that almost has its own micro environment, and they do exist. I mean, there's a guy in the mountains of Colorado that's growing mangoes up there, and a whole bunch of exotic tropical fruit, and all year round, and he's living at 12,000 plus elevation. Um, Absolutely, it exists. That sort of dynamic totally exists, but the way you're doing it here, it can't.
right. Yeah, that's why I haven't filled these shelves up yet. I have a lot of cleaning to do. So I don't know. I guess I should
love
just
you, man.
cut my plants and go. What's up?
I said I love you, man, and I want to see the success, and that's all it's all about.
Yeah, I can't live like Sanford's son in my basement. I gotta make it more Dexter's laboratory, at least for now. Like in the future, like I'd love to have a portion of my business dedicated to repurposing materials, and you just can't do that in such a tight environment, I guess. It would have to be sort of like outdoor equipment, outdoor gross stuff. Like I just imagine repurposing wood to make like pretty looking planters, with painted flowers on them, but it's practical. You can plant things in it. That's maybe not something that you would end up wanting to take indoors, I guess, is what I'm kind of coming to that conclusion of, no matter what it is, So
and you don't have to go all completely Dexter's Lab. Like there's some natural ways to do it. Like I think Popeye mentioned about, you can change the temperature of your area. I know it's different because you live in your home. You can also use UV lights and stuff to kill bacteria. There's some natural ways to do it, and it's all about keeping everything as clean as possible, and having less and just doing the work now. And if you throw them in the flower, right, you got to wait another 2 months before you can clean your room.
Yeah, you're right. That's what I'm thinking about now. I might just have to get rid of them.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll be honest, you guys. You may not. I may not tell anyone. I'd probably keep it to myself, but I probably end up smoking some of it anyway, turning that shit into bubble hash, and then pressing it into some rosin. Do you think that would be unhealthy still, even if it was washed and then pressed? Not commercial use, but for my use. Or would you not? You still wouldn't. I'm not saying I'm going to, because I'm thinking I might just chop them now, guys, because y'all are coming at me with some good knowledge. You got Popeye, got Lisa May in the comments giving me some knowledge. What's up, Misty G? But yeah, I might just go ahead and get them gone. Start the process.
No, if you,
I thought I could make them healthy to come back. I guess you're saying that that's just not a thing, right? That's just not. They don't do that.
well, so they'll shake off to some degree. They'll shake off to some degree, but it's just that you most likely might perpetuate the cycle if you continue that. Like, will you grow them out, and will you not introduce more plants into the environment? Or are you going to just keep it? Like, you might have to. It's either like what I would do is I would just start over, and I would. I've told you that before that I would.
But I wonder if that's a commercial mentality though, versus like just for my little.
No, it's a quality
I
mentality.
didn't start out doing
Yeah.
commercial grow. Yeah, I came out here growing 99 plants.
Well, because I know you go to a lot of commercial farms, so I don't know if that's like something. But okay, no, I mean I hear you. Even for myself, because I guess I'll be honest, the point from seed to when it's a good time to flip, actually I do pretty well. Those were they were looking amazing, weren't they, SteveO? They were
Yeah,
looking great.
they were vegging great up until about week 8 or so.
Kept putting them off. Why? Because I didn't get that room made that time, and I could have had them flipped weeks before. So what happened is, after me letting them dry out too much, what did they do? They created a
Mhm.
deficiency in the plant, and the spider mites are attracted to deficiencies in plants, like you said. And so I can trace this back, and it's like I almost want to say that after the cleaning, after I put up some walls and really get this thing going, because I still have to buy exhaust fans. I want the good fancy, the good 8-inch exhaust fans.
The environment that the lack of pressure from, I think it creates pressure down there, and then when it's water, it kind of releases it as a little more cooler. But when it's super hot, that's when they're going to come in. When you don't have that, when your soil gets a little bit hot, and yeah. So
Wait, what do you mean? I'm sorry. Like, you mean the fans come in when the soil gets hot?
No. So like when you're drying your plants out too much, right?
Right.
Like you're overcompensating
Ah,
by overwatering. That letting your plant dry out and letting your soil get too hot and letting that, basically all your beneficials, because you are growing in a organic soil, they die
Right.
out when it gets too hot. They die out when it gets too dry. You're creating that environment in which the spider mites can thrive.
Right. And see, and I did not know that until this time. And this is my second time dealing with them. That's hilarious. It's kind of not, okay, maybe not hilarious. It's kind of sad, actually. That's my fault, actually. I looked at,
It's a different kind of hot by. When your soil gets hot by mixing, that's because it's cooking and it's actually getting better, and it's breaking down those bigger organic particles into smaller ones. But this is different. This is your soil getting hot because it's not being watered.
Yeah.
like actually hot, like the temperature.
And we have had
when you're cooking it, it gets hot.
Oh yeah, I guess
we
that's true.
we've had people say that they do this as a standard practice and have good success at it. Drying the plant out, making it hunt for water, and it extends the roots and all this stuff. We've heard it all, right, Waylon? But
I have, but maybe that's the non-organic guys. Maybe they're
I
using
don't know.
something pest prevention that's non-organic. Go ahead, Ash.
Well, when you're running hydroponic or anything, or even when you're running soil, there's the technique is called dry backing, which is kind of allowing your plant to dry up a little bit more, so it takes in that water and that moisture and the nutrients better. There's a certain degree of dryness in which your roots will take in everything much more efficiently, and it's usually within the first 2 hours of your light turning on is when you want to do that. And they have like a 20% dry back is kind of what's best for certain stages. It does change.
So it's kind of like toeing the razor's edge, like right on the cliff's edge, like of too much and too little. Like that's why the schedule and I'm still getting to this, because even two plants side by side can have different needs on how much water they want and everything. So I'm getting there. I don't know. This time I can at least trace what the problems were. So now that I can move forward with building the room, a place that I can really fully sanitize. And I think companion planting, I don't know if you ever done this with cannabis, Ash, but like it's crazy how the basil is like so untouched. I wonder if I put some basil in different pots, like around inside the grow, like would that be a bad idea or no?
I don't know. You can definitely get pretty creative with
Rosemary,
herbs. Like rosemary and basil, yeah, they are definitely deterrents when it comes to pests. You can put your marigolds. I think Ashley said mums, chrysanthemums in there.
I didn't see that comment from earlier.
I do companion plants outside. We put marigolds on the outside of our plants, on the outside of our outdoor plants. But if you try to do companion plants indoors, and especially if you try to do any ground cover indoors, what I would recommend is go big. Like, make your containers larger. Especially if you're growing in organics, like, you really need to be mindful of the size of your container.
You can't do organics. I mean, you can, I guess, but it's hard to do organics in a small container because they need, this thriving sort of like ecosystem in there, right? SteveO, we've got the certified segment to get up into here.
Ash, are you good, or did you have to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out, guys. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Ash, thank you for chilling. Yeah, the third chair grower, guys. Ash grows. Everybody, go check him out. Go follow his new profile, the Ash Grows, because we got, like, I don't know if you're building that one up now that you added the separate one, but what's up, Ty?
You can catch me on either one. Much love, guys.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Keep it organic.
Good night.
All right. That was fun.
I was really surprised. I was like, "Oh yeah, we got us an expert in the house tonight for sure."
Got him with that one. You were. I could see your trigger finger. I couldn't physically see it, but I could feel your trigger finger trying to pull him up. I was like, "No, I wanted to play the intro," and then I was like,
"Jimmy's here."
Oh man, no way! So embarrassing. And then I went to find the other one. And I thought I clicked on the other one. No, it was played the same one. And then I really went and I found the other one outside of StreamYard, and I clicked it. It was actually Andy Cantrell from Top Shelf Terps.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, what is going on here? I don't even have one for Ash, so I'll have to make one next time. Girl fam in the house, Ty, for sure. Yeah. Awesome show. Thanks, bud. But I saw you sent me a message, bro. I'll have to check it out in a little later. But yeah, cheers, man. Cheers. Thanks for playing for us. If you're over on YouTube, guys, go check him out. Bud Zunga. He's got 2 YouTube channels, he said.
Yeah.
Hit that like button from both channels, bud, if you could. So yeah, Sir SteveO, guys, everyone, hit the like button. Share us out. Where are we at? Where's the button? Oh, there it is. You know what time it is?
What time?
I was supposed to be over here. Sorry about that, SteveO. The second I was like in mid click as you were starting to make a response, and I'm like,
yeah, it was like StreamYard jammed up on me or something, and I was waiting for it to catch up, and it did finally. So something weird, no problem. Well, everybody, welcome to your certified segment on the Indoor Farmer, February 12th, 2024. And I've got some good news for you. Well, this week, actually, I know I told you guys I got to tell you about the certified terp sticks. We're almost out of the cherry pie for now. That will be retired for a little while. We're going to try some new flavors out. So get yours now before they're gone. Sunset Sherbet is in stock, though. So there it is right there. If you want, you get your 3 packs for a good deal at thegrowfam.com, and you can use either WTIF 10 or you can use certified 10, whichever code you like, and you can save 10% either way. But you can't use both.
Man, there's like this long amount of time before I can click it again. Like, so I can't do a ding and then
like
ding
a snap.
after. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, it's like it dings and then it finishes. Yeah,
that's
so
the
you
way.
can't.
Yep.
But yeah, I got some good news from my partner Phil Karlstrom. He promises me that this weekend he's going to start the seeds. I actually asked him for some photos. I'm going to try and share a couple things here from my messenger. And I don't know how well this ever really works out, but for one, I'm most impressed with this one here, which is an outdoor plant that he grew for a patient, and this is the Charlotte's Web. So that I'm real impressed with. So he's got some very good genetics. I guess there's like a tracked lineage that he has of this particular Charlotte's Web. It's known to be pretty potent, he said. So
you can zoom in on that. You should be able to zoom in on it.
Yeah, let me go to it, and then what is it? Is it? Oh,
I was just scrolling on mine, but I'm not sure if you can or not.
No, I have to use my keyboard to do it.
I don't know then. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you have like a mouse pad?
Yeah.
You might be able to pinch. Can you pinch?
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Pinchers.
Bro.
Pinched
All right.
I'll dab to that.
Oh, that is awesome, dude. You totally win today with that. Look at that.
Changed your game.
Yep. He just upped my game literally to 100 because of that, guys.
Lisa May is going to be one of your testers, SteveO. Some Charlotte's Web, guys. That's Charlotte's Web right there on the screen.
Yep.
I think even a lot of non-cannabis users have heard of this story, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. And then he has actually partnered up with let me put this up for you. He's partnered up with Andy, one of your sponsors. One of the sponsors of Indoor Farmer Game Night from Top Shelf Terps, and they've actually come up with Charlotte's Web infused honey. So that, I believe, is available now at Top Shelf Terps. And, we love them around here. They're a good friend of the show.
For sure.
There we go. There's another picture of it. And then let's see here. Oh, this is a nice little video of a nice little nug that came out of his last. Look at that. I mean, it looks almost, it looks, you wouldn't be able to tell that it's CBD looking at it.
It looks, I don't know, like there's something about it that's different, but I couldn't fully describe it. I don't know. Let's see. Let's make it a little bigger. Let's do this. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It does look like some bud. It just looks like maybe it wasn't trimmed well. But when you
Yeah,
saw that close up just now, that was all like super like, you know,
yeah.
keefy looking bud. Like it looks really good, but yet like it's
This
got
doesn't
this.
look like it's been manicured at all. Yeah,
But
the
that may not
trimming
be.
is.
I don't know. That's just what I'm describing it as. Does that seem fair to you?
Yeah, very fair. Yeah, there is. When you look at it, you're thinking, oh, there's, you know, I wonder what it smells like. That's what I would really like. Here's another video that he sent me. Uh, Come on. It looks kind of a little larfy too. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're not solid nugs.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but that seems like that. But that doesn't mean a lot to the Charlotte's Web. I think it's just like we're comparing it to
No,
cannabis. So I didn't want to really like we're not trying to throw it on there because it
right.
looks beautiful.
Oh
For all I
no,
know,
not
that's
at
what
all.
it's supposed to be.
And you're not going to manicure the buds that you're going to make oil out of either, or
Right.
infuse with honey or whatever. You're going to actually probably leave a lot of the trim in there, as well. So yeah, I mean, so there's a bit of a preview. I can't wait. I figured out the camera problem, so I've got him recording now with his phone camera the correct way. And yeah, I guess he's gonna dunk these beans this weekend, and uh, hopefully before Monday afternoon, I can have something together to show you guys. Because I just want to document it from start to finish. Then when it's all done, I'm gonna take the whole thing, uh, all of them, and I'm gonna try to do like a time lapse video,
Oh,
all in one video, and see how that works. That'll take some work, but what I figure I'll do is as I go along, I'll take the clips and add them, rather than at the end try to go back and just do it all at once without 100 clips or something.
well,
You know what I mean?
remember, just so you know, I don't know if you know this, but Rumble, uh, I believe without paying anything, allows you to re-download your videos too, if
Oh, okay.
in case it's something where you can just go pull it back off of your show or the show or whichever one,
Mhm.
something like that. But it's just another way to like so you don't have to save so much because I started like I started getting too full, man. Like there's only so much room on my PC, and when you start to collect up, you're gonna have see how much more does the CBD go for a little longer? Is it like 13 weeks? What is it?
That's a good question. I don't know the answer.
Because that could be quite a bit of footage. You know.
Yeah. Well, and what I'm, what the reason why I want to get it going, especially, is I want it to be prime time weather for me to get some clones out this year. I want it to fall into that window that we have, of what, 4 or 5 months maybe, where it's
Yeah.
decent enough to send a clone out. And because there's some people that are really counting on it, man, and I want to come through.
Are
So
you gonna grow any other medicinal or what's up?
yeah, I'm going to grow some homestead beans, and I'm going to utilize the entire FOOP lineup of organic bioscience, and I'm going to use probably some Pro Mix 8. I believe he said to get BX, Pro Mix BX, and I'm going to mix it with the biochar right
Fruit
from the start.
biochar, yeah, the
Mhm.
infused biochar. I'm ready for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's going to work real well. But it so yeah, I'm excited about that. So I'm not going to do too many plants so it's not overwhelming, at harvest time, because I got to tell you, I just cannot stand trimming. It just, I can't see very well, and then my hands, and I'm just like, and you know,
You could try
anybody
to
who
find
wants
someone
to,
to process it. Just get turned into dabs.
I would love to do that. That would be perfect.
Hard to find someone to do it though. You gotta get. There's some good deals like where you find a buddy that does the work and you give them like half the
Yeah,
take.
that's the way that goes. I mean, he's supplying so much. The
Right.
equipment, the knowledge, the experience, everything. You're supplying the product, so getting away with half is a pretty good deal, I'd say. Yeah,
Have you tried this way though, Stevo? Like Billy says, and I've heard of people doing this. He trims it
yeah.
as he needs to smoke it. So what do you do, Billy? Do you use Grove bags? Like how are you? So do like a minimum trim like before you put it into bags though, don't you? Or no? You just put it all away
I
and
would guess. Yeah.
I mean, you got to cut it down to size a little bit. So I did kind of do that with one bag, but I'm not planning to trim it to smoke it. I'm planning to get it all just processed. Turn that into concentrates. Says I do a rough trim first. Okay, yeah, but yeah, like some of the big stuff and whatnot. Hey, what's up,
Well,
Wes? Yeah, Wes.
hey, well,
House.
but yeah, that's what's going on that front. The rest of the week went well. We had a really good uh, certified turkey Thursday again. This week we talked about the entourage effect. And just to remind you, the entourage effect is a phenomenon in which the combination of different cannabinoids and terpenes in cannabis work together to produce a more therapeutic effect than just the individual cannabinoids or terpenes alone. So THC mixed with CBD, perhaps, different terpenes, it all in different combinations can do, different therapeutic and medicinal benefits, or give, I should say, therapeutic and medicinal benefits. But, we had a good show, so that was a good time. And, other than that, it hasn't been a totally exciting week, on the forefront.
I did
So,
not mean to click that.
but yeah, remember, boys, on the homestead, we have a group for you fellas called Hi Brother, and
Don't say.
it's a men's mental health session, basically, where where we have a topic and we talk, and it's for men only. Ladies out of the room, no listening. It's just for us guys. There is a group, however, High Chicks is that what it is, I think, for the ladies. And but
Remember.
I want to invite you guys to join. Anybody wants an invitation, get a hold of Ding, Waylon, or myself, and we can definitely get you an invitation into that group. We meet on Sundays at 1:00 p.m. And, it's a pretty fun time, especially now that football's over. Us guys can sit around and, for an hour and, have a good time talking about things. So, yeah,
Football. Football. You mean Taylor Swift was on?
yeah, right.
That'll be
They,
the
I watched the entire game and the halftime, the whole thing, and until after he won, they really didn't show her all that much. I have to give them that. But once they won and her and Travis were on the field together, it was just nuts. It was a Swift show for sure.
Oh goodness gracious! Well, we had a knockdown drag out fight yesterday, and I tell you what, Stevo, I need maybe we need to get you by once in a while at least because I need more of my pro members to play in game night. Not nobody seems to want to play, and all I did was make it even better. Where the winner of game night gets one of the prizes from the wheel every time. and they get the chance for the girl fam, box. Also, they get the chance to come back, to win and come back and play again, and all these things. I keep stacking things up, and I can't seem to. It seems to be hard to find people that want to be on the screen to play. So,
Wow.
guys out
Especially
there, if you're out there and you want to play, yeah, what's that?
those prizes, though, I'm surprised, man. I mean, that would draw me in. I tell you that much. Oh yeah. So is it kind of like more of the same people every week type of thing, rather than being able to have a big crowd to rotate in and out all the time?
Of the pro members, yes, but
Yeah.
I mean, can't hate on the people that like the game, that's for sure. But it's odd to me that I can't seem to get more people interested to play.
Well, it's good that you try to improve on the game as much as possible, especially about making it fair as possible.
Oh, it's pretty cool now. You get these you get MJ magic joints or magic J's.
Magic J's.
So they're called MJ, and you get some to start with, but then you also win some through the games.
Hmm.
And those MJ are like a little bit of a currency where you can use them. You can use an MJ to respin the mini game wheel if you don't like the mini game that came up. So you can respin it, or if it comes up as nothing happens, because there is a spot that says nothing happens. You can use a joint to re-roll it. But now we're adding some new ones this week. You can use 5 joints to get a second turn, get to go twice in a row, and then you can use 10 joints to just get a free prize. Not a free prize, but just to get a prize. So the whole way the game works now, SteveO, is they earn market coins, Maccabees Live market coins, and the market coins, they have to earn 2 coins, and then they have to take them up to the cash register on the map in the shop there on the picture. They have to take them to the cash register in order to turn them in for prizes. So while they have coins on them, the coins can be stolen. But when they turn the coins in for prizes, the prizes are permanent for their team. So it's actually kind of cool now where there's kind of a coin battle going on unless you can get back to that cash register. And also when the players land on each other's square, the same square, there's a battle that happens. Basically, the player that's already there gets to pick high or low, and if they win it, they get a coin from the other player. Or I think it's a coin. Yeah, I have to look at it again. Anyway, a bunch of cool, like I've got like permanent sort of rules that I'm kind of working out anyway, and we're going to be building shops like the Certified Army shop. I'll get your opinion in on that one when I start working on it. But basically building shops for every one of the game night sponsors. So there'll be one for everyone that sponsors game night, and like their own map basically that's dedicated to that sponsor for that week. And actually, I think I'm going to play them for 2 weeks each. We played some of the mini games, bro. You would like these mini games. One of them is Guess Who. You're on it. You're actually on it. You want to see it?
Yeah.
You want to see it? All right, guys. We are officially in the after show here, but sorry when I'm broke. Wes, okay, bro. It's all right, man. I understand. But if you're broke, man, listen. I'm going to point this out just because you said this. Just because you said this, Wes. If you're listening, my guy. If you play in game night, and even if you win something, you can play every other week. So that means you can play twice a month at least, and that's without coming on screen. If you do that and you win prizes, you win the awesome sponsored prizes, you can literally trade that stuff, get stuff for people, trade it. Like there's ways to, you get genetics, you get items from some of the sponsors off the websites. There are most certainly ways to get back more than you put in. if you catch my drift, Wes. Like literally one, and I'm not saying that you guys should just give away all the prizes out there, but if you're coming down on hard times, right, SteveO, is you think this would be a good way to maybe it's not going to be a paycheck, but it would pay for at least the participation and then some. I mean, hell, one pack of seeds from one of the half dozen, genetics sponsors would be enough for a whole year's worth of membership. Just so you know, where are you? We're part of the game, SteveO. Even are you typing with talk to text?
Talk to text. Yeah, I think she's trying to tell me she picked me when I was the Guess Who.
She did, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll show you the Guess Who real quick. Although I don't know if you'll be able to see it with me on the screen. I guess you will. Okay, so there's the Maccabees Live Market, but which one? I didn't label it yet. Okay, here's the Guess Who.
Oh, down here in the corner.
Right here. Let me make it. Let me. Yeah, you're all the logos from the people, the few people that I put up there that weren't me. I put their logos, except for that other SteveO. I thought I'd balance it out with the second SteveO.
Dos Stevos. Stevos.
But yeah, bro, this is a Guess Who game, and it went really well. This one was pretty fun, actually. But yeah, there was a bunch of other ones. I'm not gonna go over every one of them, but there's a whole wheel full of mini games now. So if you're interested in seeing what that's about, come check it out on Sunday nights, 5:30 Central Time, and join up at Locals, the indoorfarmer.locals.com for $2, $20 for a whole year. Actually, I might actually make it for a whole year coming up soon, because like Wes is saying, some people that join for that 1 month may not be able to join for that many in a row, and so they're just like, I'm seeing people coming and going a lot, so I might have to, like, the game night's pretty valuable. I might have to switch that up to a year membership. I mean, plus the year saves you 2 months. Literally, it's cheaper for everybody. So
it saves money too, right? It's like the multi-pack, yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would rather have members for a full year, so I'm saving $4 off of it. What's up?
They're saving money by purchasing it that way as well.
Jimmy, yep. Got somebody from YouTube. We're not going to put him on the screen, I guess, because he seems to disagree with me until he says yep. If he says yep, I'll put him on the screen. What do you think?
That's right. As soon as we find out that you're
Jimmy?
A homie, not a foe.
Yeah. Jimmy, you say yep, or I won't put that comment up on the screen from YouTube. What is there? 2 people watching over there? Let's see. 2 people exactly over on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? Let's see. Are you ready to go, SteveO? We're got about that 2-hour mark, guys, in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna do one more dab. Oh, I can't turn this around. I got that.
Let's do a dab or something first.
Well, so I'm heating up right now. I'm cooking off any of the extras. I used to play the game with my older son all the time. Lisa May, you want to come up for one quick dab? Wes, do you want to come up for a quick dab on the way out of the door here? I'm gonna put the invite button out here, guys. Indoor Farmer episode 122 in the books. We got a whole week ahead of us. Hope everybody has a great week. I'm going to make sure I don't put this out on the YouTube for our unfriend Jimmy over there. Yeah, sure. Wes says later, everyone. Later, Billy. You have a great night, man. Have a great and wonderful night, everybody. I have no idea what tomorrow's show is going to be about, or Wednesday show, or Thursday show, but it should be good ones, all of them.
They should all be fantastic, like always. That's right.
I'm going to slowly pull them all out of my butt. What's up, Beulah? I see you in here. Not tonight. I'm at the worky suite. The worky sweet dreams to all the you too, Elisa May. You too. Wes, I put the link out there if you find it, man. I am almost ready to start the cool down process. Yeah, kids running around the house?
Me?
Or there's that music being played?
Oh, you can probably hear Kelly. She's
very, very, very faint. I thought it was like kids in the background once in a while running around. Wes.
So, man.
Look at Wes. Look at the slick. We got Slick Wes in the house.
I had to do a little shave, I guess.
Wes,
Clean up a little bit. I can take it off, though. It's all still here.
Doesn't Wes look like he could be like Bud Zunga's like cousin or brother or something?
I mean, I gotta take this off or what? Is that better?
No, he had glasses too. I mean, yeah, I don't think that's gonna make it better. I think
everybody.
No. What's up, Wes? What instrument can you play?
I could play guitar for the most part. I mean, I have a total of 11 stringed instruments in my basement right now. But
well, that seems excessive. Tell me more.
You call it excessive. I call it light.
Necessary.
Cheers to that. You should come up and play for us sometime.
Yeah, you've been sleeping.
Yeah, but I'm not really all that good though. Like I'm more of I'm fucking pissed off. I'm just gonna destroy shit kind of person. I mean, I write my own music, but my 18-year-old is getting pretty damn good at playing guitar and shit. He plays like Nirvana and crap like that.
You can hear that.
But no, I actually, do you know who Steve Hunter is?
Right, Eric. Nope.
The Deacon Steve Hunter. He played around like with Alice Cooper and way back in the fucking day. Sorry, but he and his dad played lap steel back in the 40s and 50s, and I actually have that lap steel that he actually played as a child.
Nice.
I've contacted a museum about it and they want it, but I'm not willing to ship it to them because it's not in best condition. And if I ship it to them, I don't want it to get freaking ruined. So if they want it, huh?
How much are we talking here? 10 G's? 100 G's?
I have no clue. To me, it's almost just priceless. My dad works for waste management in Arizona, and he found it in the fucking landfill. Him and Steve Hunter and his wife were actually moving to Spain, and they just fucking threw everything away.
Where's American Pickers when you need them?
Right? Well, yeah, like
Roadshow.
We got photo albums, everything from like his childhood, like personal stuff. It's kind of cool. He knows we have it too. We got in contact with them, and so like it's been authenticated and everything.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to become better friends with Wes over here. Wes,
No.
then you could pay for a year of locals.
The piece
Like,
is priceless.
That's what it's worth. It's either it's priceless or worth
$2.
1 year's membership of locals.
I'll trade you for some genetics, man.
You'll trade what?
I'll trade you for some genetics.
Trade me what?
I'll trade you the lap steel for some fucking bees, dude.
Oh snap! Wow.
Just kidding.
Have it appraised for how much it'll be worth.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Right. Well, that is the 2-hour mark, everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful night. I've got a lot of work to do. I knew what Ash was going to say, but he's right. He's right. I can't keep chasing that. I can't keep chasing it. I got to get ahead of the game.
Yes, get ahead of the game.
Well, I thought I was. I mean, to an extent. I right now at this point, I was trying to see what I could do for the plants, but oh well. I don't think it's going to be a case where I can bring them back all the way. So,
what are they doing?
well, you have to watch the rest of the show, Wes. We're about to close the show now, and that's we just went over that for the first.
I'm sorry, I've been busy and in pain, and I've been working on my own plants and trying to design a new business to feed my fellow community because we don't have any produce around this bitch, and I'm sick of it.
That's what we're talking about. We need to have you on to talk about that next week.
I just bought 18,000 seeds, 100 different varieties of herbs and vegetables. Like I'm going legit. I don't give a shit what people think. I'm gonna try and be successful.
What people think? Oh, you mean you're trying to go commercial wise?
No, like I don't.
Well,
I don't know how many
down talk you because it's not cannabis.
I'm different. I don't look like the kind of person that wants to help the community or anything like that. I've coached soccer, I've coached fucking t-ball and everything. Parents love me, but for some reason the city people hate me. But they're gonna find out that I'm a good guy and that I want to help these people and myself, obviously, because I can't continue destroying my body, and I want an easier job, and I want to be my own goddamn boss.
I'm gonna make them know how good of a guy I am.
That's right.
Anyway,
don't judge a book by the cover.
On that note, I'm gonna make you guys all think about sustainability.
Right, I'm gonna make you like me. But no, I ordered some freaking worm farm. Right I got everything getting ready to go too. Like I'm getting down. Nice. No more waste.
We'll take pictures and stuff, man. We'll have you on sometime to check out your progress of the community.
I'm gonna have to. Wow. It's gonna be out of my yard too.
That's kind of insane. At least May 70,000 pounds of corn donated. Okay.
Man.
But yeah, very cool, guys. Come and watch us the rest of the week. Hit that follow button, hit that like button, and everybody be safe out there. SteveO, got anything, my friend?
No, that's it. See you guys this week. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Take it easy.
Boom.
I keep forgetting that's not. I need to. This is a updated outro, not completely finished outro yet, though.
Updated outro.
Yeah, we're still in though. They can still hear us. Good night, everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. Yeah, I gotta update.
It's kind of got an old vibe.
I like it. It's a different.
It reminds me of like late night TV.
The look or the sound?
More of the sound and a little bit of the TV. Like when the TV started turning towards midnight and things were starting to shut down. It was quiet, peaceful.
Wes, guess what, bro? I love you. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay.
I already am home.
Good night, everybody.